Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Breakout Bag Lunch. Today is February 16th, 2026. Happy President's Day. Today was a bit different from some other trading days. This is a bank holiday, so the stock market and I believe the options market were not open. The futures market was open until 12:45 Eastern Time, and typically I don't trade on holidays, but I decided to just take one trade and see how things worked out. Now, if you watched the video I posted last Friday, you know that I had a disastrous day that day. Happy to say that while it's not much, I am in the green for today just based on one small trade. We're looking at a profit of $65.28. I'm just going to go over the trade and talk about next steps from here. And I like to start with a high level overview, and that brings us to the trading action on Friday, where we had this huge move up and then this big move down. Right now there is a lot of indecision in the market. There isn't really a strong direction. I did note that we had this bounce from this level and this level here that I hadn't marked, but I was keeping this level in mind, this zone I should say. If you note, we were well above VWAP for the overnight session and into a quote-unquote pre-market. Today was a bit different in that since the stock market is closed, there technically wasn't really 9:30 a.m. formal market opening, but it seems that there is still that increase in volatility at 9:30 a.m. even without the New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq being open. So I still used the high and low of the first 5 minutes as my opening range, as if this were a standard trading day. Now, we were above VWAP until around 8:30ish, 8:40ish. Then we just plummeted down. Not sure why that's the case, but they basically told me to wait a bit and see what happens before entering any trades. What I did was just wait for more of a direction, more clarity from the markets, and I feel as though doing that is going to lead to high probability and low risk trades. Essentially, I was looking for 3 reasons to get in a trade. I didn't take this break here below the 5-minute opening range just because we hadn't really had a bearish retest of VWAP at that point. Instead, what I did was just wait until we got to move back up. I didn't take a bullish trade here either because we were still below VWAP, and it was a good thing I didn't because we moved below VWAP. So this was one of the first signals that told me to get in a bearish trade. Again, I didn't take any trades at this point, bullish or bearish, because I wanted to wait to get more confirmation. The additional confirmation came with this bearish break of the 5-minute opening range. At this point, what we had was a break of this fib level, this 50% level, and also, as I mentioned, a break of the 5-minute opening range. That told me to get into a short entry, which I did. Move this up a little bit. Okay. Since this was a bank holiday, I wasn't sure how much movement or volatility there would be. So I set my take profit at the 6851.50 level, which, as you can see, we reached. My stop loss was a little above this halfway point. It was like around this 6859.50 level. This wasn't a huge trade, of course, but it still was a little bit of profit, a little bit more practice. So I'll take it. Looking back, probably should have held to at least 68.50. But again, I think just with the bank holiday, I didn't want to get greedy and look for a huge trade. But even with that into consideration, I probably should have held this trade to at least 68.50 just to squeeze a little bit more profit. We did move below the previous low. Of course, you don't need to catch the entire move, but you do. It is good to catch at least a good portion of it. In my case, I only caught a little piece of it. That's something to keep in mind. I don't have anything else to add at this point. I'm just going to keep staying disciplined with my trade setups because just by doing a back test of all the price action on ES from last week, I was able to see that I could have made profit if I had stuck to my rules, which is pretty difficult in some cases, as anyone who trades would know. Like I mentioned in the video I published on Friday, I'm only taking at most 2 trades. Today I just stuck with 1 trade because of the bank holiday and the shortened trading session. I think it's going to work out well. We'll see what happens over the rest of this week, but fingers crossed, guys. If you have anything to add, as usual, hit me up in the comment section. But if not, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye. Before I leave, I should also mention that I took no trades on Apex today. I'll start taking trades on the Apex account tomorrow. That's all I wanted to say.